We've been looking back over the past 25 years, and I think it's about time maybe we get up to date a little bit. What do you say?
I think we should, yes.
Okay, a couple of young ladies who are regulars on the show today, Kim Smith and Wanda Wilkerson. Boy, I tell you, this brings back a lot of memories for me. The last time I saw these gals a few years ago, they were called Three Blonde Mice. And I didn't have one gray hair, and that goes back a while. And this is Mona, no, Sandy and Mona and Sherry, right? But the original group, now called the Promises, was not always Sandy and Mona and Sherry, was it?
No. It was Sandy, Mona, and Bonnie. Sandy,
Racing,
Mary Lou Muro, and Charlene Debin, and Cheryl Lynn.
What happened to the other girls?
Well, Charlene and Mary Lou are both married and have children. And Bonnie is also married, but she's with a group that's traveling on the road. And they were called the Hourglass, but I think they're called the New something or other.
Cheryl's married.
Cheryl's married, but she's appearing here in Cleveland, around town.
You gals all married now? Yeah, she'll be along.
Right.
No,
You gals are...
Sandy and I are married.
And Sherry isn't married?
Single, right,
Okay.
yet.
The first time you appeared on the Gene Carroll show, I think, was back in 1961, wasn't it?
Right.
And I know that these gals gave Gene fits at that time, for all kinds of reasons, but for one particular reason, in the beginning, and that was they were running a contest at that time, and these gals kept winning and going on. And when they first started, they only knew 2 songs.
Right.
Right?
We were dreading winning because we'd have to go home and learn a new song.
In fact, we hoped we didn't win because we didn't know what we were going to sing.
Oh, boy. Hey, I tell you what, before we talk about what the Promises are doing today, let's reminisce a little bit with a couple of the old ones.
Okay.
Okay?
Sincerely, oh yes, sincerely, 'cause I love you so dearly. Please say you'll be mine. Sugar in the evening, sugar at supper time. Be my little sugar and love me all the time. Honey in the morning, honey in the evening, honey at supper time. Be my little
Those are old. All right, let's bring everybody up to date now. The group is no longer the three blind mice, blonde mice, but now the Promises, of course, and a lot of things have happened since the old days on the Gene Carroll show.
We just recorded a record.
Yeah, bring us up to date. What happened when you first left? Where did you go originally?
On the road, we worked everywhere. Just traveled the whole United States, appearing by ourselves. We had a
For about
three-piece
4
crew.
years we
Right.
traveled. We went to 3 or 4 different countries. and
Overseas.
Entertained the troops. And then we had recorded during that time for United Artists. And then nothing happened with that record. We were about 17 at the time. And we just recently recorded for Brunswick. And possibly the people have heard the record here in town. I was living in the footsteps of another girl. And it was
We've got
getting
another one
a lot
coming
of
out,
play.
too.
Yeah, in fact, it's probably released now. You'll probably be hearing it.
And you're working with Engelbert Humperdinck now,
Right.
right?
Right now. We're on tour
We're on
for
tour.
7 months.
I want to take it back just a little bit because I didn't mention that Sherry was also one of the regulars here on the Gene Carroll show, but with another group.
Yes, that's right. I was with the Miller sisters.
What happened to the other Miller sisters?
They both got married, and one has a baby. I'm not sure about the other one yet.
That's what happens when you're on the road. You lose track of everybody. Would you say, you know, I keep telling people, and I ask them to come down for auditions, and I think people are a little reticent because they don't realize what this program can mean. And I think that you gals know.
Without this show,
We would
we
be
would
nowhere.
nowhere. We would probably just be here in Cleveland and doing nothing.
I
you know, as
resent
far-
that. I'd be
No, I
we'd be
mean, no,
nowhere. We'd
no,
be
I'm
right.
saying
No, I
But
know.
if it wasn't for
For us.
Gene Carroll
Sure.
and his wife Helen managing us, we would have never had a start. We
No.
wouldn't have just coming here for all
This
the
was
money
the
in the world.
greatest bunch of people here in the world, and that's why we made a special thing to come here, because it meant a lot to us.
Well, it meant a lot to us, too, and I want to thank you gals for doing that. I know that being on the road, it's a tough thing to do, and we really appreciate
It was our pleasure.
Yes.
Okay, now, tell me, what are you going to do now? This is the new one, is it?
Our record, right.
And it's living in the footsteps of another girl.
Okay, now, as if by magic, the girls will appear on another set to do that song right now. Thanks a lot,
Shall
guys.
Thanks
Ankle my
again for
nose.
having us.
Living in the footsteps of another girl, I'm living it. Oh, no, 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 no. Living in the footsteps of another girl, I'm living it.
Her baby's here, so is her darling dear. His child bears his name, can't face his friends, feel I'm to blame, and I'm
Living in the footsteps of another
know
girl,
that I'm living it. Oh no, 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 no.
living in the footsteps of another girl,
Oh
I'm living
no, I tried so hard to erase his memory, but everything I do, he still compares that girl to me, and I'm
living in the footsteps of another
know
girl,
that I'm living it. Oh no, 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 no.
living in the footsteps of another girl, I'm living in the footsteps of another girl, I'm living it. Living in the footsteps of another girl, I'm living it. Living in the footsteps of another girl.
Hey, baby, it hurts so bad. Hey, baby, it hurts so bad.
Living in the footsteps of another girl, I'm living it.
Oh no, 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 no.
Living in the footsteps of another girl, I'm living it.
Her mail comes here. It's to her darling dear, with a smile on his face. He says, I've got to take that letter to her place.